Okay, kindergartners, we're going to be making these really fun monsters. Who can tell me what monster this is? Awesome, it's Frankenstein. And who can tell me what shape this Frankenstein is? Great, it's a rectangle. So we're going to be using shapes and lines to make our Frankenstein today. So what you're going to need is a sheet of paper that already should have your name on it, and we're going to start with a Sharpie. You're also going to have a bigger sheet of paper that's under your smaller sheet, so that if we end up getting any Sharpie outside of our paper, it ends up on our placemat and not on our paper, or not on our tables, okay? So again, we want a placemat so that if we have to get close to the edges of our monster, which as you can see up here, I had to get pretty close. I don't have to worry about getting it on the table because it's okay to get it on our placemats, all right? So placemat is just something we use to put under our artwork so that if we have to get a little extra messy or maybe go a little bit outside of the lines, it won't end up on our table, it ends up on our placemat. So I'm going to start by doing some triangles on the top of my monster's head. So I'm going to do a couple, and I want them about medium size, and this is your Frankenstein hair. Now I did about 3, but you could probably even fit more in if you have the room. So they go all the way across. Now we're going to just gently fill them in. So remember how we fill things in. We outline that shape first, and then we go towards the middle. It in, and look at that. Oh, I got a little bit on my placemat, but that's okay. We can do that as long as we are being careful not to get it on the table. All right, now I have his hair on, so I am going to do this really neat line. It doesn't really have a name. It's kind of like a dashed line with a straight line in the middle. So this is a scar that goes across his head. So under those upside down triangles, I'm going to do a line that almost goes all the way across the top like that. And that's called a horizontal line. When I have a line that goes from this edge to this edge, it's a horizontal. Now I'm going to use little vertical lines to break up part of that line. So vertical lines go up and down, and I'm going to just add a few of those to kind of look like stitches or a scar, okay? And then for his eyebrow, I'm just going to do a straight line across. Now I'm going to do his eyes. Who can tell me what shape his eyes are? Great, so we're going to do 2 circles. Try our best to keep them about the same size. Remember, a circle is just a curved line that touches itself. And then we're going to go in and do another smaller one inside of that circle that's filled in. Okay, so now we're going to do his nose, and his nose is going to be a curved, kind of like a U, a curved line. And then for his mouth, we're going to do a wiggly line that bumps up and down. It kind of looks like a roller coaster. So you're going to start a little bit away from the edge of the paper, and we're going to just curve up, curve down, curve up, and it's kind of like a wavy line too. Okay. And then at the end of those, I'm going to just do a straight line that can go in any direction. All right, so now I'm going to do his teeth. Who can tell me what shape his teeth are? Great, his teeth are either a rectangle or a square. And I just go in a couple of squares or rectangles right off of the edge of that line I made for his mouth. They kind of look like his teeth are crooked and falling out of his mouth. Then I'm going to do another straight line with 2 vertical lines that go in between it. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so our monster's almost done. We're just going to add the little bolts that come into his neck, okay, that bring him to life. So you're going to do a rectangle that comes out of the edge here. So 2 straight, same size lines with a shorter one across. Again, a rectangle is a line, and then another line that's the same length, and a straight line that connects those. Okay, now the difference between a rectangle and a square is you'll notice a rectangle only has 2 of the sides that are the same, whereas a square, all 4 sides are the same. So now off of that rectangle, I want you to do a square, and I want to try to make all sides equal. Alright, and now we're going to fill the rectangle portion in. So I'm going to outline that shape first, and then fill it in. Okay. So now we're going to go in and we're going to lighten up those eyes and teeth with some white crayon. So I want to push kind of hard with my crayon on this paper so it shows up, and I'm going to go around the outer edges of the eye first. I'm staying away from the black circle I made, and now I'm going to fill that in. So same thing here, going to go around the edge of the eye and then fill it in. And I'm pushing kind of hard, and then around the edge of that square. Fill it in, same thing here. And he's done, look at him. Okay, kindergartners, so you get to bring these home today with you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.